Hi guys, good morning. Please confirm. All of you, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Can hear. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good
sir.
morning.
Good
Yeah.
morning, sir.
Can you see my screen also?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
We can.
Very good. All right. Guys, I wish you happy Sankranti, all of you. I hope you celebrated and enjoyed with your family.
Same to sir. Same.
Thank you, guys. Right. Yes, last session, we discussed about Spring Boot application annotation. Last session, we discussed about Spring Boot application annotation. Okay, right. Now, anyone remember what is that Spring Boot application annotation and what is the purpose of that? What is that Spring Boot application annotation and what is the
Free
purpose of that
applications, sir.
annotation?
It
Sorry?
is a combination of three annotations.
Yeah, this annotation will be available at start class of the Spring Boot. This annotation will be available at start class of the Spring Boot. This one annotation is equal to three annotations. Spring Boot application annotation, Spring Boot application annotation will be available in start class of Spring Boot. In start class of Spring Boot at class level. This one annotation is equal to below three annotations. What are those three annotations, guys? First
At
one,
the rate configuration.
Configuration.
Boot configuration. First one is Spring Boot configuration.
Enable
Second one,
auto configuration.
enable auto configuration. Enable auto configuration. Third one,
Component scan.
component scan. At component scan. All right. Now, so what is the purpose of this boot configuration annotation? It represents that class as a configuration class. And what is the purpose of this auto configuration annotation? It provides the configuration which it requires to run our application. What is the main power of the Spring Boot, guys? What is the main power of the Spring Boot?
Auto configuration.
Auto configuration only. So that Spring Boot is intelligent. Spring Boot is intelligent to understand what configuration is required for our application, and it is going to provide that configuration to run our application. Now, third one is component scan. What is this component scan? It is the process of identifying Spring beans available in our application. It is the process of identifying Spring beans available in our application. Now, so today, practically, I am going to show you an example for this component scanning. Okay, all right. Now, let me create one application. And let me show you how this component scanning is working in the background. Okay, fine. Let me take one example. File, new. I want to create a project. So how to create a boot project? Do you have any idea how to create a boot project, guys?
Select starter project.
In starter project, I'm going to select. Click on next. Now, internally, it will communicate with the initializer website only to create this application. All right. Next one. Let me give some number. Spring Boot component scan. Application name I am giving as Spring Boot component scan application. Okay. Packaging type jar I am taking because standalone project only I am going to create. Maven build tool, Java 8. Base package I am using com.ashok.it I am using as a package name. Click on next. Here it is asking, do you want to select any dependencies? Currently standalone application, so I don't want to select any additional dependencies here. Simply I am skipping this screen by clicking on next. Now click on finish. If I don't select any dependency, are you going to get any starter or we don't get any starter?
Default starter.
Default starter we are going to get. What is the purpose of the default starter? What is the
To
purpose
create
of
the
the
st-
default starter?
To create the standalone application, to develop the
That
standalone.
starter is used to develop standalone application by using boot. That starter is used to develop standalone application by using boot. Very good. Application is creating. Application is creating. That means it is downloading the project from initializer website. It is downloading the project from the initializer website. What is initializer website, guys? The approach which is provided by Spring people to create the boot applications. Spring Initializer is the approach that is used to create the boot applications. Start.spring.io. If I create a project from the IDE, will it use initializer or it will not use initializer?
Will use that internally.
Will use the initializer in the background. Now my application is getting created.
Hello,
Guys.
sir.
Yep.
Sir, sorry for disturbance, but I have to talk with you.
Who is
Hello?
this? Yeah, Muni
Sir,
Kumari.
Munni Kumari. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, madam. I got your request yesterday. I have seen your message. My admin boy told me that today I will provide you that. Okay.
No, sir. Actually, na Java real-time project 6 o'clock. Na that is okay for me, but Spring Boot classes not suitable for me because my office timing is 9. I
Sure,
have to
sure.
leave my city at
You
2 o'clock.
requested for microservices, right? I got your point, madam.
Yeah.
Today I will call you after this class.
But
Now,
I also want to join classes for Java real project. That is 6 o'clock. And that time is fine for me.
sure, madam. Sure. Just send me a WhatsApp message. I will call you back after 11 o'clock. My classes will complete by 11. I will call you
Okay,
after.
okay, sir.
Good. Thank you. All right. Now,
Sir,
component.
same WhatsApp number, na?
Same number. You can see in my website. Component.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. What is component scanning? It is the process. It is the process of identifying. It is the process of identifying Spring Bean classes. Spring Bean classes available in our application. It is the process of identifying Spring Bean classes available in our application. Now, what is a Spring Bean, guys? Can anyone tell me what is a Spring Bean? The class
IOC container manage the dependency.
container is called as Spring
IOC
Bean.
container.
The class which is managed by IOC is called as Spring Bean. The class which is managed by IOC is called as Spring Bean. How to represent a class as a Spring Bean? How to represent Java class as a Spring Bean? Any idea, guys?
By
You have to
using
write at the rate,
Annotations are available.
controller, service.
Stereotype annotations are available. Annotations are available to represent Java class as Spring Bean. Stereotype annotations are available to represent Java class as Spring Bean. Good. Now, fine. Here I have created a project with a name called component scan. Now I want to show you.
What is stereotype, sir?
I will explain those annotations. Are like we have component, service, repository. Some annotations are there. Those are called as stereotype annotations. We'll come to that point. Okay. Now, for time being, remember there are some annotations are available which are used to represent our Java class as Spring Bean class. Our Java class as Spring Bean class. Now, sir, here my project is created. So in this project, com.ashok.it package is available. In this package, application.java class is available. Can I call this class as start class of the Spring Boot?
Yes.
Can I call this class as start class of the Spring Boot? Come on, respond.
Sir, yes.
Yes, sir.
It says start class of.
Can I call this class as start class of Spring Boot?
Yes. Yes, sir.
This is the entry point for boot application. This is the entry point for boot application. Now, guys, remember here, whenever you start your application, component scanning will happen. Component scanning is built-in functionality in the Spring Boot. Component scanning is built-in functionality in the Spring Boot. Component scanning is built-in functionality in the Spring Boot. It is the process of identifying the bean classes available in our application. Component scanning component scanning is built-in functionality in Spring Boot. Built-in functionality in Spring Boot. Component scanning will start from base package. Component scanning will start from base package. Component scanning will start from base package. What is base package? The package which contains boot start class is called as base package. Guys, observe today's class is very important, guys. Very important. Component scanning. Now here I have a start class. My start class is available inside one package that is called com.ashokit. Now in the Spring Boot applications, we will call this package as base package. We'll call this package as base package. Now I'm going to run this application now. Right click, run as boot app. Right click, run as boot app. Application is getting started. If application is started, this annotation will execute or this annotation will not execute.
Will execute.
Will execute. If the annotation is executed, component scanning will happen or component scanning will not happen. Will happen. Component scanning will happen because that component scanning is built-in functionality. That component scanning is automated functionality here. Built-in functionality. But currently we don't have any classes, so we don't get that clarity component scanning is happening or not. Now I will do a small thing. Inside this base package, I will create one class. Class next. I'm going to create a class with a name called DataUtils. I'm creating one class with a name called DataUtils. Simple, one dummy class I'm creating. Inside this class, I'm creating constructor. I'm writing a constructor inside this class. I'm writing a zero param constructor, default constructor I'm writing in this class. So inside that constructor, I will write one SOP statement to print when that constructor got executed. So system.out.println DataUtils constructor. System.out.println DataUtils constructor. Now, so is it a Spring Bean class or is it a normal Java class?
Normal.
Java class. Normal Java class.
Normal Java class. Can I represent this class as a Spring Bean?
Yes. Annotation. Spring Boot application.
Annotation. I mean, no, at component.
Okay.
At component. So it is a
Fine.
stereotype. It
Yes,
is a
yes.
stereotype.
Okay.
Okay, this annotation is a stereotype annotation. What is the purpose of at component? To represent our class as Spring Bean class. So why we are representing class as a Spring Bean class? IOC container will manage our class. IOC container is going to manage our class. Now,
Manage our class. Yes.
let me run this project. Run as boot app. Observe the console, guys. Observe the console. DataUtils constructor is executed or not executed?
Executed as well.
DataUtils constructor is executed or DataUtils constructor is not executed?
Executed.
Come on, please respond.
DataUtils constructor executed. Sir.
DataUtils constructor got executed.
Yes.
If DataUtils constructor is executed, that means object is created or object is not created.
Object is created.
Object is created. Did I ask IOC container to create the object or automatically it created the object?
Automatically
sir.
created the object.
Automatically it created. Can I say component scanning is working?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it
Yes,
able
sir.
to recognize my class as a component or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It
sir.
is
Component.
able to recognize my class as a component because this class is available inside a base package. What is the meaning of base package? The package which contains boot start class is called as base package.
Okay.
The package, listen guys carefully.
The
If you
class.
don't understand the today's class, you can't understand any class in the future. All the future 3 months of course is depends on the today's concept only, component scanning. I gave this class as a YouTube live also. You can watch this class once again whenever you are. Okay.
Yes.
But observe carefully. Now I have started my application. My application will start from start class in the Spring Boot, which contains a main method. After that, component scanning will be enabled for the boot application. As part of the component scanning, first it is going to check, are there any other classes available in the base package? Are there any other classes available in the base package? Apart from the start class, do we have any other class in the base package, or we don't have any other class in the base package?
Yes, we have date utils.
Another class have, sir.
Another class,
Date
date
util
utils
Base package.
dot Java.
Sorry?
Yes, we have
Date
date
util.
Yes, we have
utils.
another
Java
class in the base
Another
package.
class in
That another class is a normal Java class, or that another class is a Spring Bean class?
Spring Bean
class.
class.
Spring Bean
Can
class.
you say that this is a Spring Bean class?
Because we use
Yes.
component
Component
annotation.
They're using
At
annotation
the component.
At the red component. Very good. Very good. Now, next one. Here, I'm creating one more class in the base package, which is called password utils. I'm creating one more class, which is called password utils. Now, let us write one 0 param constructor. Now, here, I'm going to take one more SOP statement just to understand constructor is executed or not. Password utils constructor. Now, is it a normal Java class or is it a Spring Bean class?
Normal Java
Java
class.
class, sir.
Normal Java class. Will this class participate in the component scanning, or this class will not participate in the component scanning?
Not participate.
Not
participate.
participate component scanning.
Scanning, sir.
Execute it. Run as boot app. Run as boot app. Observe the console. Which constructors are getting executed?
Date
Which
util.
constructors are getting executed?
Only date util.
Only date utils constructor is executed. Why password utils constructor is not executed?
It is
Because
not a
it's a normal
Bean.
Java
Still
class.
not class is
Normal Java
not
class,
using.
it is not represented as a Spring Bean. It is not
Spring Bean.
represented as a
Just
Spring
Spring
Bean.
Spring Bean.
Now, can I
That's
represent this as a Spring Bean?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, at the red component.
Component.
What is the purpose of at the red component?
To make a normal class to Spring Bean.
Class
Represent our
is a
class
Spring
as
Bean
a
class.
Spring Bean.
As
Now,
a
Spring Bean.
checks will be created for both data utils and password utils also now.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, right click, run as boot app. Right click, run as boot app. Right. Now, can you see both constructors are executed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can I say both objects are created?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Both objects
Can
are
I say
created.
both classes are eligible for component scanning?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Both classes participated in the component scanning?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Component scanning is a built-in functionality.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But in the Spring framework, component scanning is a built-in functionality. Our programmer has to enable the component scanning.
We have to
Programmer
enable
has to enable the component
You
scanning
have to enable.
Programmer has to, very
manually.
good, sir. Very good, sir. Very responsive. I like this. I like this. I need your response. If you give the response, I will get more energy. I will give you the best content. The best
sir.
content you get anywhere in the market. Right. So I want your response. If you respond, then I will feel more comfortable. I will get more energy and enthusiasm to deliver the content. Please
Okay.
be responsive. Right now.
Sure.
If you go for Spring framework, component scanning will be in the disable mode. Programmer has to enable that either through a Excel file or through a annotation. But when it comes to the Spring Boot, am I enabling the component scanning or it is working by default?
It is working by default. It is working by default.
By default.
Very good. It is working by default. Now, I will create one more class, sir. I will create one more class. This time, I will change the package name. This time, I will change the package name. I'm changing this package name as beans. Okay. Here, I'm keeping a class with the name called car. I'm keeping a class with the name called car. Let me write system.out.println. System.out.println, sorry, constructor first. 0 param constructor I'm writing. Sorry. Inside that I'm writing one SOP statement. Car constructor. car constructor. Now, I will represent this class also as a component. I will represent this class also as a component.
Component.
It is a spring bean or it is not a spring bean?
Spring bean.
It is a spring bean.
Spring bean, sir.
Spring bean. Now, is it available in the base package or it is not available in the base package?
It is not available.
It is not
Not
available in the
available.
base package.
Base package.
Yes.
If it is not available in the base package, will it participate? Will it participate in the component scanning or it will not participate in the component scanning?
It will not.
Not
Will not
participate.
component scanning, sir.
It will participate. Participate, sir.
Jyoti, will it participate in the component scanning or will not participate in the component
It
scanning?
will participate.
participate in component
scanning.
It will not participate because it is not.
Will it participate or it will not participate?
Not
It will participate.
Participate.
Guys, here,
It's participate, sir.
one important point you have to understand.
Hmm.
Component scanning will happen for base package as well as for sub packages of the base package.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'm explaining once again. Component scanning will happen first for the base package and it will happen for sub packages of the base package. Sub package of the base package nothing but the package which is starting with the base package name is called as sub package of the base package.
Okay. Got it.
Now, will it participate or it will not participate?
It will participate. It will participate. Yes.
One as boot app. Most of the people are not aware of this concept. Package naming conventions in the Spring Boot. Whenever you are going for the boot application creation, package naming conventions are very important. Okay, now car class object is created or car class object is not created.
Created, sir.
Car class object is created. Now, let me take one more class. Let me take one more class.
Can we call this?
Hold on, sir. I will come to you. I'm taking a class with a name called user DAO. I'm keeping this com.ashok.dao. com.ashok.dao. Now, let me write one zero param constructor here. Inside this one SOP system.out.println user DAO constructor. Now I am representing this class as a component. I am representing this class as a component. Now, is it a spring bean or it is not a spring bean?
It is a spring bean.
Spring bean.
Right click, run as, boot up.
Will not
Observe the
Will
console.
not participate and not
Observe
printing.
the console.
Will participate, sir.
No. Will not participate because it is not a part of base package.
Now, total I have created 4 classes, guys. Password utils, date utils, car, and user DAO. These 3 classes constructors are executed. That means objects are created. But for this user DAO, object is created or object is not created.
Object is not created.
Object is not created.
Object is created or object is not created.
Not created.
Not created. Why it is not created?
Because it is not a part of base package.
Observe the package. Observe the package naming convention, guys. Observe the
Yeah.
package naming convention.
Ashok IT was missing.
That means now com.ashok.dao is a sub package for the com.ashok IT or it is not a sub package for the com.ashok IT.
It is not a sub package.
It is not a sub
Not
package
a
for the
sub package in Ashok.
now look at this packages. What is my base package here? Com.ashok IT. Why I am calling this as a base package?
Because that is
Ashok IT. The package.
Start class is available.
available.
Com.ashok IT is base package. That's where my start class is available. That is my start class is available. Okay. Now com.ashok.it.beans. Can I say com.ashok.it.beans is a sub package of the com.ashok.it? Because
Yes,
beans
yes,
package
sir.
starting with the base package name.
Yeah.
Now com.ashok.dao. Can I say it is a sub package for this base package?
No, sir. No.
No, why?
No.
Because the package
Because
base
the
package name is different.
is not.
Sorry?
Package name change, sir.
Package name change.
Yeah.
Because
Package
Not
name
one like the base
is not
package.
same.
Yeah.
package name is king. Now, let me take one more package. New other class. I'm taking this class inside a package called com.ashokit.utils. I'm keeping this class name as email utils. I'm keeping this class name as email utils. Now, so let me write 0 param constructor. Inside that, system.out.println, system.out.println, email utils constructor. Now, so is this class available in the base package, sub package, or is this class is not available in the sub package?
Not
Not available.
available.
Not available.
अरे यार,
Available, sir. Available, sir. Available, sir.
Package available, but the object will not be created.
object will create or object will not create?
Will not create. Will not create.
Not created, sir.
Not
Why
create.
it will not create?
Because other
Because it is not
At the
a
rate component not is
Internet
mentioned, sir.
component.
It is a normal Java class.
Normal Java class. Yes, exactly.
Package is eligible for the component scanning, but the class is not eligible for the component scanning.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Yes.
Understood? Now, do you understand package naming conventions in the Spring Boot?
Yes, sir.
If you can understand this concept, it is very
Yes,
simple.
sir.
Most of the people will get confused here. People will create the package names without any proper naming convention. They will say that, sir, my application is not running, sir, auto wiring is not working, sir, dependency injection is not happening. The thing is, you have to follow naming conventions for the packages. What is the naming conventions? Whatever the base package you have, all the packages which you are creating in the project should start with that name. Then boot will scan those packages automatically.
Yes, sir.
That is a built-in functionality. That is a built-in functionality. Do I need to do anything extra for that, or is automatically scanning all the packages?
Automatically.
Automatically, sir. Based on the naming convention.
Right. Now, let us represent this class as a Spring Bean by taking one annotation called @component. @component. Now, object will be created or object will not be created.
Object created. Now object
Run
is
as
created.
boot app. Run as boot app. Now, look at this. Email utils object is created or not?
Yes.
Created, sir.
Object is created.
Only for user DAO, the object is not created. Why for user DAO object is not created?
Because
It is
of
not
package is
following
changed.
the naming convention of the sub
Naming
package.
convention not there.
It is not following the naming convention of the sub package.
Sub
So
package.
I can say one package is a sub package for the base package,
Yes, sir.
right? Jyoti, are you able to hear?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Good. Fine. Anybody having any confusion?
No.
No, sir.
I have
Comfortable?
a wonder if I want to execute that package also.
Yeah, yes, sir. I will come to that point. Sir, I will come to that point. Okay. Now, here I'm taking com.ashokit. Inside this, I have start class. Inside this, I have a start class. Now, here I have com.ashokit.controller. Here I have com.ashokit.service. And I have com.ashokit.dao. com.ashokit.utils. All these packages, can I say sub packages of the base package?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, we can say.
Will be scanned. This package will be scanned or will not be scanned?
It will be
Scanned.
scanned.
Will
First
scan.
of all, this package will be scanned or will not be scanned?
Will be
Base
scanned.
Will be
package.
scanned.
This package also will be scanned.
Scanned.
Controller. This also will be scanned.
Scanned.
Service. This also
be
will
scanned.
be
Will be
scanned.
scanned.
DAO. This also will be
This alone. Yeah.
scanned.
Scan.
This also will be
Scanned.
Now here I will take com.ashok.constants. Will it be scanned
It will
or
not
will not be
Scan
scanned?
constants.
Will not be
Scan.
scanned.
Will not be scanned. Why that is not going to scan?
Naming convention
Not common
Naming
or
following the naming
best
convention.
practice.
It is
Ba-
not following
Part
the
A
naming convention.
convention.
It is not following the
Naming convention.
convention. It is not following the naming
Naming
convention.
convention.
Best package naming conventions are very important when we are going for
Spring Boot. Creating a Spring Boot application.
applications. When we are going for Spring Boot applications.
Sir, one doubt.
Yes, sir.
These component scanning process are going on just because of at component scan annotation available inside at Spring Boot application, right?
Exactly.
Okay. If you remove that means these classes will be scanned or not?
That is a predefined annotation. How can you remove that?
At Spring Boot annotation contains 3 annotations, right? If you write it
Right.
separately.
Yeah, if you remove that annotation, it will not work. It will not be scanned.
Okay.
Right now.
Hello, sir.
One more. Hold on, sir. Hold on. Now, this user DAO class is getting scanned, or user DAO class is not getting scanned.
Getting scanned.
Not scanned.
Not getting scanned.
Not.
DAO class is not getting scanned. Why this user DAO class is not getting scanned?
Because naming convention issue. The part of base package.
It is not part of the base package.
Yes,
Now,
exactly.
what we can do is we will specify at a component scan manually. Okay, at a component scan. Now we will specify base packages is equal to I will specify com.ashok, not ashok IT. I'm specifying only com.ashok. Now, is there any package which is starting with com.ashok? Yes, com.ashok.dao is available.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Now, let's run it. Run as boot app.
Yes, sir. Now it's working.
Run as boot app. Observe the console carefully. What happened?
It scanned the package.
Yes.
It hide the
Only the
predefined.
user.
It will hide the predefined.
Only which package only scanning now?
So
Yes, sir.
Only naming
So
convention.
only one, sir.
object based on the base package.
Only
We have
com.ashok
base
is
package
scanned.
in controller, right? So based on
Only
that, it is
com.ashok is scanned. What about this com.ashok IT beans utils DAO beans and utils package? They are scanned or they are not
not
scanned?
part of
They are
base
not
package
scanned.
Scan, sir.
as well as
They are
it is not
not
part of
scanned.
sub package.
That means
Overwritten.
we are overriding default component scan behavior. Can I say that we are overriding the default component scan behavior?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We are telling what is the base package, com.ashok. Now, what will happen? It will scan com.ashok package and sub packages of the com.ashok. What is the sub package of com.ashok? Com.ashok.dao is a sub package. Only
Yeah.
that package is scanned. What about com.ashok it.beans and utils? They are not scanned.
They are not scanned.
They are not scanned. So is it recommended to override this behavior?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Not recommended.
Not recommended.
Now, people will create 10 different packages with 10 different naming conventions. So is it recommended to configure all the packages names here? Or it is better to follow the base package naming convention for the package name?
Better to follow the
Better.
best
Good
packages and
approach.
sub
Yes,
packages.
we can say.
One package I will create as a com.ashok, one package I will create com.ashok IT, one package I will create com.tech leads, com.coding tips, com.something, whatever I want if I create. So will there be any naming coding standard will be there or that standard will not be there?
Standard will not be there.
When developers are working, they created 10 different package names. There is no relation in the name. There is no convention in the name. So I need to configure all the 10 packages here. Is it recommended or it is not recommended?
Not recommended. It is not recommended.
What is the recommended approach now?
Best
No.
packages and sub packages.
No, not recommended, sir.
Not recommended, sir.
Not recommended.
Convention is not there.
Because we are not recommend.
Not recommended. Then what is the recommended approach now?
So you have to create base
We need
package
to
and
create
sub
a base
packages.
package.
Not to
Create
follow
your
the
package
name of
names
the
as the base packages for the sub package
Should be
for the
same.
base package. Then
Yes.
You no need to write the component scan annotation. It is already available in the boot application. It will be taking care of your component scanning. It will be taking care of your component scanning. Are you able to understand? So a lot of depth is there, sir. Package naming conventions are very, 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 very important. I hope you understood what is component scanning, how it is working in the background.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me what is base package and what is sub package for the base package.
Just whenever its start class will be available in this package, that is called base package.
Okay. And what is sub package for the base package?
And the naming convention, sir.
Based on the
Based on the
base
package,
package,
We are following the naming
new
convention of
package.
the base package.
Package name, if your package name is starting with
Base package name.
base package name.
if your package name is starting with base package name, then it is called as sub package of the base.
Sub package of the base package.
Sub
Yes.
package of the
Base
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 package.
package.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Now, so is it mandatory to write the component scan annotation, or it is not mandatory to write the component scan annotation at the start class?
it's not mandatory.
Not mandatory.
In the Amirpet, the famous Spring trainers are telling that component scan annotation is mandatory for the boot classes. That's wrong. In my previous project batch, one student completed the boot with the other trainer and he came to my project class. In my project class, I created the boot application and I started the application. That person told me, hey Ashok, please wait. Then I told, yeah, I am, and tell me what happened. He told me, why are you not writing the component scan? That's a mandatory annotation. Then only objects will be created. Then I asked that guy, why it is mandatory? So we need to create the objects by the IOC container. So we need to specify the component scan. Where you have learned it. Some other trainer told me that component scanning is mandatory. I have shown that without having component scan, I have ran this application and I have shown that objects are creating because component scanning is optional. That is already available in the boot application annotation. That means they are not exploring the concepts properly. One of the main purpose of the boot is auto configuration. This component scanning is also auto configuration concept. Automatically it is scanning your packages and loading
Yeah.
Okay, so do you really understand what is component scanning and how it is working now? So is it mandatory to write this component scan or no need to write this component?
No need to write.
No need to write. If I write it, what will happen?
It will
override the base package.
Default functionality.
We misuse the coding.
In the default
And
package.
is it default packages? And
Default function.
Which is not recommended.
Now,
it's not a right approach basically.
I will tell you one scenario where we are going to write this component scanning in the project. Okay. Now, so the people who are working in the company can easily understand this. See here, I have created my project like this. Now, in my project, I want to develop one web service client. In my project, I want to develop one web service client. So when you go for web service client, WSDL file will be available. For that WSDL file, we are going to generate stub classes. We are going to generate the stub classes. Whenever we generate the stub classes, those classes will have a package name as that company name, com.ibm.atb.webservice.client. Like this, you will get a package. In that package, stub classes will be created for the web service requirement. For the web service requirement, like this, they are going to create. Now, would you like to change this package name or you want to keep the package name as it is? These classes we are not developing, we are generating. We are not developing, we are going to generate them. So is it recommended to change the package name of the third party classes, or it is not recommended to change the package names of the third party classes?
It is not recommended.
It is not recommended.
Not recommended, sir.
It is not recommended. It is not recommended. Not recommended. Now, so if I don't want to change it because these classes are not by me. These are the third party web service related classes, proxy classes. I don't want to change the package name. I don't want to change the package name. Whatever the classes which are generated by the WSDL, I will copy the complete package into my project as it is. it is not at all recommended to change the package name for these third-party classes. Okay. Now, if I don't change the package name, is it following my base package naming convention, or it is not following my base package naming convention?
Not following.
It is not following my base package naming convention. If it is not following my base package naming convention, will this package participate in the component scanning, or this package will not participate in the component scanning?
Will not part.
Will not.
Will not participate.
Yes.
But I want this package also should participate in the component scanning.
Okay.
Then what should I do?
Here you have to write address component.
We have to
Add
Now
annotation.
I have to write the component scanning with com.ashok.it my package, comma the third party package also.
Also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
sir.
Got it. Good point,
Yeah,
sir.
got it. Yes, sir.
Now understood?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
hello sir.
Yes, sir.
Can we use com.star?
That also fine. No problem. We can use it. But instead of that, it's better to specify what is my base package and what is the third party base package.
Yes, sir. Irregularity. Yes.
So we
Okay, that
can
means-
say it's a integration of the Spring Boot application for third party, a distributed application, right?
Exactly.
Communication.
Exactly. Yes. When my application is going to talk to third party application is a SOAP based web service. Now I want to develop a SOAP client. In order to develop a SOAP client, I'm going to generate some stub classes. The stub classes are generated in this package. I want to scan this package also. Now, if I specify base package as only third party package, then what will happen? My packages will be skipped.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yes or no?
My package will not be work. Yes.
My packages will be scanned or my packages will not be scanned?
Not scan.
Will not be scanned.
Because overriding is coming in the picture.
We are overriding the base package name. So now boot will understand what is a base package. Boot will understand this as a base package.
Yes sir. Yes.
Now I want this one to be scanned. I want to scan this package. I want to scan this package sub packages. Along with this, I want to scan my package and my package sub packages also. Got it? Now, do you understand when we need to specify this component scanning like this? When you have some third party packages in our project, then you are going to specify. If I don't have a third party packages, is it required?
Not required.
Then
Not required.
our base package
Not
name is
required.
going to scan. We need to follow the base package naming convention in our project. Do you understand this?
Yes,
Useful
yes,
or not?
Yes.
Yes, good. So if you understand the today's class, boot applications development will be easy. If you do a small mistake in the package name, then your classes will not participate in the component scanning. Your classes will not be recognized as a Spring Beans. Your classes will not participate in the auto wiring process. Understood?
Yes
Now,
sir.
anybody having any question, now you can ask me.
Hello sir.
Yes.
Sir, suppose I have class in com.ashok id and class is user, and that user class contain address class, and
Yes.
but address class is defined inside com.ashok. So
Okay.
and is it going to work if I use auto add? Since
No. But first of all, if address class, if you want to inject into user, address should participate in the component scanning. Otherwise, user class object cannot be created. Understood?
but the add component is only used for user, not address. Still,
Address you want to use as a normal class, or you want to inject through auto wiring?
I want to address is normal class, and I want to inject it
Then
into
no
the
problem.
user class,
Then-
and user class is component.
No. Here you are getting confused, man. If you address, let's take, don't take address and user. Address is normally a reference type class, right? Let us take service class and DAO class. Okay. Service, DAO. Service wants to talk to DAO. Okay. That means DAO class object I need to inject into service. If I want to inject DAO object into service, DAO also should participate in the component scanning, not only service. Your dependent also should participate in the component scanning. Got my point?
Yes.
Hello?
So it means that while using composition, both the classes should be use the add component.
Yes, exactly.
Hello, sir.
Sir, can we use @service instead of @component?
Yes, sir. I will tell you. I can use service and I can use repository also. Actually, I need to tell you the differences between component, service, repository. That's why I have not used them. I used only component. If I use @service, immediately people will ask me, sir, one place you are using component, one place you are using service. What is the difference? In the tomorrow session, we are going to talk about them only. Okay, when to use component, when to use service, when to use repository, when to use controller, REST controller, bean configuration. Those annotations I will explain in the next session. For today, just concentrate on what is base package, what is sub package of the base package, what is the component scanning, which packages are eligible for the component scanning, which classes are eligible for the component scanning. That is the target for today's session.
Hello, sir.
Yep.
During interview, if I say that I don't know anything about XML configuration, I knows only Java-based configuration. So will there be any negative, effect on not?
That means you are updated, you are up to the mark in the industry, man. Why it will be a negative impact?
Okay.
Why it will be a negative impact? Who is using XML nowadays, man? Except Amirpet faculties. In the industry, who is using XML configuration for the applications nowadays?
No one.
No one. In the Amirpet faculties will tell you because they are very strong in the XML. They are not
Yes,
good with
sir.
annotations. They will teach
And,
the concept. And I got surprised. Some faculties are still teaching Spring MVC with the abstract controller, simple form controller, command controller. What the hell is that? Spring MVC 3, Spring 3 MVC. The market Spring 5 is going on. They are still teaching Spring 3. Anybody know about simple form controller?
No,
Multi-controller, multi-action controller, abstract controller, abstract command controller. If you join Spring framework with normal trainers in Amirpet in the famous set concepts, I don't understand why they are fooling the students. Why it is required? If you want to create a controller directly, you can go for controller, right? Why to teach that outdated concept and waste the time of the students? They will take 8 months, 9 months for only Spring. It's waste of time. Don't practice with XML configurations. Nobody will ask you XML configuration in the interview. In the industry also, nobody will use that XML configuration. Currently, I am working in the company. I know how things are going in the industry. We are using annotations only. We don't use XML. If anybody asks you, do you know XML configuration? Tell them that I never used it. I am working with the annotation approach.
And sir, the SOAP outdated, so we don't need to learn it.
No need. No need. No need.
Sure, is possible. Can you explain
Example,
enable
sir,
configuration?
simple example. Maruti company releasing so many new brands of cars. Still, do you go and learn the Maruti 800? Maruti 800 is a very strong car. Will you use
No,
the
sir.
Maruti? Can you say old is gold? In the technology, old is gold is not applicable. Okay. No, people won't use that.
Yes, thank you.
Any other questions, anyone?
Ashok, if possible,
Yes, sir, tell me.
can you go some more class on enable auto configuration?
Yeah, we will understand. Sorry, auto configuration component scanning is not completed today. Daily, we are going to use the same concepts. Complete boot application is going to work based on the auto configuration and the component scanning only, sir. Daily, we will use it. Whatever I explained today, did you get the clarity on that part?
Yeah, got it.
Right. So tomorrow I'm going to tell you what are the annotations available to represent our classes as a Spring Beans. Okay. For tomorrow also, same class link you can use. You can use the